I left my wife of 18 years for someone who made me feel alive again. 6 months later, I watched her laugh with her new boyfriend and realized what alive truly means. Now I am sitting in an empty apartment surrounded by heavy furniture, wondering how I mistook excitement for happiness. When I met Coley at a work conference, it felt like being struck by lightning. Spontaneous, full of ideas and energy, everything my marriage had stopped being. Or so I thought. Rachel and I had fallen into the comfortable patterns that long marriages create. We'd been together since college, raised 2 teenagers, built a home, and weathered life's storms together, but somewhere along the way I convinced myself that comfort meant stagnation, that predictability meant boredom, that knowing someone completely meant there was nothing left to discover. Chloe changed everything. Secret texts became lunch meetings, became after-work drinks, became an affair. When I finally told Rachel I was leaving, she didn't cry or beg me to stay. She simply asked, "Are you sure this is what you want?" I said yes, with a confidence I hadn't felt in years. The first few months with Chloe were intoxicating, spontaneous weekend trips, passionate debates about books and politics, dancing until 2 a.m. at clubs I didn't know existed in our city. I felt young again, reinvented, free from the weight of mortgage payments and college tuition worries. But intoxication by definition doesn't last. Reggae began seeping in, the exhaustion of keeping up with someone a decade younger, the financial strain of maintaining 2 households, the tense, tearful phone calls with my kids who couldn't understand why dad had abandoned the family. Meanwhile, Rachel moved forward with quiet dignity. She never badmouthed me to our children. She divided our assets fairly. She even helped our son apply to colleges when I was too busy with my new life. The grace with which she handled everything only intensified my growing unease. Then came Jason's graduation party. Our son insisted I attend, though I knew Rachel would be there. I arrived late, hoping to minimize awkwardness as I approached our old backyard, the one with the maple tree I'd planted when we first moved in. I heard laughter. Rachel was standing by the grill with a tall man I didn't recognize. He said something I couldn't hear, and she laughed, that full, unguarded laugh that used to be reserved for my worst dad jokes. Her head tilted back, eyes crinkled at the corners, completely present in that moment of joy. I froze, suddenly remembering all the times I'd heard that laugh over the years, when I surprised her with concert tickets on our 10th anniversary, when our daughter said her first word, when we got caught in a downpour hiking and had to shelter in a cave, soaked and laughing at our misfortune. In that instant, I understood what I'd really left behind, not a boring, predictable life, but a deep connection built over thousands of moments, the kind of connection where laughter carries shared history, where comfort comes from being truly known and accepted, where someone holds the earlier versions of you in their memory, witnessing your entire becoming. The excitement had faded, leaving only the collateral damage of my choices. She deserved someone fully present, not someone constantly looking back. Rachel is dating Jason now, the man from the graduation party, a widower who teaches at the local community college. My daughter tells me he makes Rachel laugh all the time. My son says he's actually pretty cool despite being a literature professor. Yesterday, I ran into Rachel at the grocery store. She looked good lighter somehow. We made polite conversation about the kids, and as she was leaving, I blurted out, "Are you happy?" She seemed surprised by the question, but considered it seriously. "I am," she said finally. "Not in the way I planned to be at this point in my life, but yes, I am happy." As I watched her walk away, I realized the cruel irony. In chasing what I thought was feeling alive again, I'd left the person who had witnessed my entire life, the person who knew all my stories, who had seen me at my worst and my best, who understood my fears and dreams without explanation. That night I deleted the dating apps from my phone. Before finding someone new, I need to understand why I so easily discarded something irreplaceable, why I confuse comfort with boredom and excitement with happiness. Sometimes you don't realize what feeling alive truly means until you watch someone else laugh with the life you abandoned.